Especially when someone's like,
And, like,
ramen, please. Like,
ramen,
fuck
right,
that, give
yeah.
me ramen.
Which I was like, yes, but then I'm also like, but is ramen really the hill you want to die on right now? Like,
Real
now
ramen?
I will
Yeah.
say,
I would say that is
fantastic, real.
that is entirely dependent upon the quality of the ramen.
Yeah, I had my first bowl of like actual ramen from a place that's specialized in it and is like local.
It's different.
You mean you weren't just eating Mr. Noodles?
Yeah, well, that's not the brand that we have, but
Of course.
yeah,
I think you guys have what? It's called Top Ramen.
Top and Maruchan.
Okay.
Maruchan
Same
is
thing.
mine, but
I
but yeah,
think
like,
Maruchan as
Korean
well.
ramen.
having
Oh
like
yeah,
the
if you can
bulldog
find
pork
it,
in
it's
there.
great.
I have a Asian market like down the street from me, and
Oh,
they have,
lucky bastard.
like one time I got a whole duck and made duck à la orange, just
Ugh.
because they had them on sale for like $12.
See, and they think that the people in Springfield had to go and kill ducks. Like, no, they could just go to the Asian market.
Really, like sometimes if you're not a coward, you can just go get a duck. Also,
I prefer to leave hunting to other people because I am very uncomfortable with the idea of pointing a firearm at a living creature.
Oh god!
I
am
only
uncomfortable with
hunt with
firearm at a
crossbows,
goose because
but
that goose is still gonna win.
Yeah, the goose is gonna. It's gonna take it like Superman.
I feel like I could take a goose.
Not a
No.
Canadian goose. They will.
Not
I
a
feel like
Canadian
I could
goose.
just wrap my hand around its neck and start whipping it back and forth like it's a fucking like it's a bag. And just beat
See,
it against. The
Here's
ground.
something I've heard from ornithologists.
Oh, god.
Gooses are in fact overrated. They're highly aggressive, but they actually go down like a bitch.
I saw this one
die,
video.
you die well.
Yeah, a swan walks what the goose talks.
I saw this video of a swan going after a horse, right? And the swan very clearly overestimated its ability because it like bucked up on the horse and the horse wasn't even paying attention, but it bit the back of the horse's leg and just like a flash, the horse just kicked and the swan like flew back into a tree and just laid down on the ground. I'm pretty sure that horse fucking killed that swan.
I'm just imagining that swan laying there like fucking Loki after meeting the Hulk in Avengers.
It was a very similar energy. It was literally laying there with its wings outstretched, and it's like the other swan was looking at it.
Puny goose.
The horse didn't even look. It looked like it just kind of like, oh, that's a fly. And just kept on about its day.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. If
Got a
anyone
friend
heard
who
from
grew up
Trev,
around
but I've heard from
horses.
Trev.
And said that they have never met an animal that is at any point so ready to fucking die than a horse.
Listen, the horses evolved to do one thing only, and that is run, because they got chased by everything. The problem is they didn't design any of their body parts except for their legs to be able to do that.
I'm bad at it.
Their legs were like, you're going to be able to go fast, and the rest of the body was like, wait!
Did you clear this with the lungs? I don't think we cleared this with the lungs.
You made the
He's been
assumption
standing out in
too
the
long, we
sun
can't
for
throw
4
up.
hours. He's been sitting out in the sun. He's only drank 1 beer. Has he even had water today? I love that. He's running? Yeah.
When's the last time we ran?
what
We
he's
haven't
doing.
run in 10 years.
I can actually say I've done some running within the past 24 hours.
Running away.
Because it
Congratulations.
started
Yeah.
raining while I was walking Lola.
My wife got this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
My wife got this, like, carpet seasoning, it's called. And it smells good as fuck. You're supposed to sprinkle it into your carpet, and it's like a scent thing. Every time you walk on the carpet, it releases the scent, and it smells good as hell.
Gonna have to look into that.
Friday, we played European handball with a bunch of people. I went in net about 20 minutes into the game, at which point I noticed about a 60% increase in shots on net. Now, I don't normally bruise, but I think my troops had something to say to me. I am in pain, and I am covered in bruises. That is all.
Hey, so, about those raises.
Yeah, like the gleam and look in their eyes as they were taking shots on net. I'm like, what have I done? I thought you liked me. I'm the good dad.
You think
Yeah,
that would make us
For my
show
last
you
performance
mercy?
review!
Exactly. It's like, yeah, you are the good dad, which means we know you're not going to retaliate.
And this is for my wife leaving me!
It's because you cheated on her!
I know!
But you told me to confess. Yeah, because it was affecting your performance.
And this is for my dad!
Hey, that one was
Son?
kind of my fault!
You had
We
nothing to
also
do
had-
with it. He was just a jerk and you're available.
Kyle, do you want to tell them how I successfully adulted today?
I already did.
And we're very
I,
proud.
I
Good job.
stopped at the me insulting you when you turned your camera on.
Yeah, truly, I was like, I turned on my camera and it was the front-facing camera and showed a picture of me and he goes, ugh! And I
No,
go, aw.
tell the story right. You
tell
said,
it.
and I quote, sorry, it's going to look really disgusting. And then you turned on the forward-facing camera.
Yeah.
That's on you.
Does that make
I'm
it
not-
better or worse?
I'm not turning down
Come
that
on, Kyle.
layup.
Does it make
Really,
it better?
you pitched a nice fat one right over home plate. He had no choice. He
Yeah,
had
no
to
choice.
swing.
He had hit a dinger right to my soul.
And then we took care of
Literally,
your problem.
what did you expect him to do? I mean, really,
Well-
when I'm hearing it, it sounds like it was your fault, if anything.
I think this might be the actual victim blaming here. I think we're
You're not the victim.
I'm the victim of using
no,
my
no.
hands to grab gunk.
Yes, you reached out for a contractor, me,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I assisted you in the issue, like a contractor would, and I provided
And
you the bill,
did.
which is me insulting you.
Which is yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
So you're not the
And
victim. You're the customer.
and here this is my one thing that I think my developing sense of self-worth and self-love is coming in. I looked fucking great. I was like I saw what I looked like, and I was wearing a nice shirt that fit really well. I looked slim. I was covered in fucking water, so my pecs were all sitting out. I was that's fucking I don't have pecs, I have tits. I was covered in water from snaking this drain. I had like water in my hair, and like it looked great. I looked like I had just gotten off of a really bad beach day. But thank you so much for assisting you. It did. Turns out spending money on good drain cleaner, just what you have to do.
Yeah. Sometimes
what,
the more
Lion
expensive
Mart or
stuff
whatever
really
that
is
was?
worth it.
Food Lion.
Food
Lion
Lion.
is what it was. Food Lion brand drain cleaner.
I'm like, what is that? No, go buy this.
He goes, what is that? I go, well, to be clear, I didn't buy it. Matt bought it, and that was what he used for
Yes,
his
but we
first
know
2
you're
attempts
supposed
at
to be
doing
the
it.
alleged husband in this relationship.
Yeah, 100%,
So-
for sure. And after doing the liquid plumber, I think, because I know you're not supposed to mix that shit with any other chemicals. I had put some soap in the to like clean out the bowl because it was fucking disgusting, and I think some soap might have been stuck where the clog was because it started really foaming. Like once I flushed it with water, like all of that, a bunch of foam and stuff came up, and I was like, oh, this doesn't seem optimal. So I like got out of there.
Don't stay in there.
No,
Shut
I
that
fully
door,
got
turn
out
the
of
fan
there.
on, and run away.
Yeah, and my cat kept being like, I want to go in there, and I'm like, buddy, I can't let you in there. He goes, I want to go in there. He's like, nah, like let me in. I'm like, no, go away. Then
really
once the
can't allow
foam
it.
subsided, I really like truly you will die. Like I can't. I simply can't let you do this. That's so cool. The new overlay, I can just have the stream up. Did you know that, Kyle?
No,
Yeah.
'cause I don't watch other people's streams. I'm also recording right now, so I don't want to click anything untoward.
Right.
I'm just streaming Warhammer.
I'm just munching on my taco rice.
How's the puppy, Diego?
Is good. It's pouring rain, so she really didn't want to go outside, but
Oh, poor baby.
But sometimes dogs just need to be taken to piss.
yeah, she loves swimming, but she hates the rain.
Right.
It's about choice.
Yeah.
If she's swimming, she's
loves the
choosing to
super
get wet. She did not make the decision to get wet if you go out in the rain.
I think with Sam, it's quantity. Hoses, super soakers, pools, oceans. Instant wet, we're good. Rain isn't fast enough for Sam. He's going to go test that theory.
I just hit the update button and did a bunch of stuff.
I do that shit all the time. All right, everybody. Who's excited to meet Diego's new character?
I am excited and intrigued.
I'm scared and
Yeah.
horny.
I'm scaroused.
Jack's already on this.
Aroused.
I need an adult.
I am an adult.
I'm just gonna
I'll be whatever level of adult you want me to be.
son. Shut up. You're fine. I said thanks, Dad, to Kyle today, and he didn't respond.
Nope.
No, that was my real dad. Ah, shit.
Did you say thanks, Kyle, to your real dad? That's probably more on brand. Wow, you were actually
No,
really
I haven't
helpful. Thanks,
considered.
Kyle. I mean, Dad.
Wait, shit, fuck, no!
Ah! Just kidding. I haven't spoken to my father in 6 months.
Rookie numbers.
Yeah, yeah.
I've gone 2
Do I have
years. Personal best.
Rookie numbers.
Bitch, it's been 6 years since I talked to my dad.
Well, to be fair, yours is
Do
sad.
we all have dad problems?
No,
No,
Diego
I'm
has-
sorry.
No, sorry.
No,
Jack has a dad.
I'm sorry, Jack. Fuck. Shit. Damn it.
I mean, that technically
God
is a
damn it.
dad problem.
No, come on, Tristan. Get us out of here. Fuck. Shit. Hang on, I have to self-flagellate.
That is technically the biggest problem a dad could
Shit.
have.
Justin, stop.
I didn't know you were Catholic.
Who the fuck's Tristan?
No, Tristan's here.
I mean, you
I'm
know
right
what I meant.
here. No, I
Yeah,
don't.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna ding you. Do I have a? Oh fuck.
One explosive, one napalm,
Diego, do you think I
one
need
chemical
your?
weapon,
Fuck, hang on 1 second.
and one explosive. And then we go ba-da-da. Mortars, put those here. And then you.
Love
Oh, my master. Ollie north.
17. Mama drama's got to go, Dad.
It's being
Oh, there's
corrected
another Blue
over
Sky account to follow.
Exactly on time. Oh, my nipples are
Holy
hard.
shit.
Hi, Trev.
My baggy.
I corrected it. No, I said sweet.
Saggy ass. I don't think. Yeah, Trev's ass hasn't been sagging since 1987.
Oh,
Since he was the first candidate for BBL in
it's
history.
like, no. Since I gave up my diaper fetish, you mean?
Ugh, God. Timeout. You get put on timeout. You get put on timeout. Timeout for you.
Welcome back, Trev. Welcome
No.
back.
I will fucking end you.
My
Will fucking
biggest
end
trigger.
you.
I was telling my D&D group about some kind of some horrible like kinky mess I got into with some guy one time, and I said no, I shouldn't even say it. And they're like, Trevor, the only reason we keep you around is for your nasty, disgusting stories. So if you don't tell them, you might as well leave. So I was like, okay, I'll tell you one story.
Don't. I mean, I don't need to. We don't need to. It's okay.
Oh,
we don't need
listen.
it. If it's poop related, I don't need. It's okay. We're fine. I think we're okay.
No, it was. You know what? Listen, it was not that bad. It was not that bad, and it wasn't. I'm not going to tell you, and it wasn't about poop, but it just wasn't
Great.
that bad. These people
All right.
are just very shy.
Anyway,
I'm here.
You've said that it's not that bad so many times, and to me it seems like.
It might be
Sorry.
that bad.
Sorry, you're the only person in this thing that I can bully with any sort of credibility, so it always falls back. I'm glad you found that amusing.
It just reminded me of, what was that message? You sent me a picture of your desk at work, and I've checked over everything, and there's nothing there, and I'm like, have I given you that much of a complex?
Yeah, you can show that. I'm doing
Here,
something
I got
right now,
you.
but drag that
I got
picture
it.
into the.
They took down one of my Zeppelins. Oh
Was it made of lead?
no. Well, I'm sure some of it was.
So, yeah, and you can provide the context. Sorry, I'm doing stuff.
The context is anytime he sends me a screenshot, I hyper focus on everything he doesn't want me to know about him, and I learn so much.
I'm using my Zeppelins to commit war crimes.
I want to say something so bad, but I'm not gonna.
Howard.
No. I'm trying to look and read these notes though.
I mean, there
You were
really
there.
isn't anything.
These little teeny tiny notes.
Oh, the notes are unimportant.
Oh,
Yeah, actually unimportant, but I can send them to you. Here.
Oh, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, you can't even see that they're bad from there, but I have to. Here, I'll send you the actual full. Here, we'll say that.
Oh,
it's a
you don't have
high-res
to do
image.
that.
Oh, well,
It's okay. It's
See,
okay.
the notes are unimportant. That's why I didn't send them. The context is more important.
Where are you, buddy? Oh, there you are. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do something else.
Does it start the game?
No, give me 1 second.
Damn it.
We're at negative 4 minutes for start time.
Shut up. Give me 1 second. Ah. Oh, the lights.
Guys, he's only had all of the time to prepare.
It's truly all of it.
And he was too busy plumbing his sink and then doing it properly. And I don't work tomorrow, so I could get drunk right now, but instead I have a coffee.
1 moment, everybody.
I get caffeinated right now.
Yeah, I got what you got, but with an extra shot.
Yes, the extra shot would be nice. This is far too sweet.
I'm taking every ounce of caution that I've ever taken by I'm moving you all for just one moment.
What?
Logs into admin account.
Wait, what are you doing? What is so secretive? Hey,
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
The secret's gonna be not a secret in a second.
Well, no.
Just let
No
me
one's
know
gonna
when
see
when you're up Schitt's Creek and you need some help,
No,
because I will send
We're fine.
Trev.
We're fine. Okay. We're great. Perfect. Fuck it. We're fine.
wait,
All right. Not a single change. Right? We're fine. Okay, great. Do we have enough banter? Yeah, I think we're
Yes,
good on
it's
Banter.
been recording for some time now.
Oh, good.
All right. Give me.
And it's not even good enough banter to keep, honestly. I'll probably cut in at diaper and move on.
So that is where you should cut in, right there.
Yeah.
That
Cut it. Yep. And a long time ago, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
And that's all we can legally use. Of
Yeah,
this.
it's all that we can
That
use,
joke
yeah.
again.
Fuck. All right. Start of the session. Diego. We have a new player with us. This is so fun. We will be introducing Diego's character at some point in this episode. I sure hope, unless something goes terribly, terribly wrong. Oh, and Diego's gone.
it looks like
He's
something
back.
went terribly, terribly wrong.
He's back. He's fine, everybody. He's fine. Yeah,
I thought
you're
I thought
very
that
smart.
was somebody's fault.
All right. Diego, at the start of every session, we roll for Destiny. So if you could please double-click that, click that Destiny pool button that's in the chat.
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
I love where this is going. Oh!
Come on, Tristan, do your job. You piece of shit.
Wow, it's never been this much in my favor. Ooh!
Hey, I
Make
tried.
that sound.
I'm gonna make it more.
Don't do that again.
Fuck. Oh. Oh.
I would really like you to never make that sound again.
Huh? What's that? All right. Well, last we left off, we had a crazy exit from the planet of Saharan. You guys shot your way out of that planet, dropping off Lieutenant Dameron Davies off at his designated landing point. full ziplining rappelling out of the ship, and someone's gone again.
Just go change.
Rev.
Yeah, continue to say it out loud. I'm sure he'll hear you.
Yeah, you're right. Trev! I'm just gonna yell over to whatever state he lives in. He's back. Last rappelling out of the ship and dropping off your mission and leaving without pay, I will say.
No, we got the pay.
And then
Electronically.
the two interceptors that came in from the starship that was outside of the planet of Slaheron orbiting in order to try to intercept you or do whatever. You ended up destroying the two fighters. Well, yeah, pretty much destroying the two fighters, and then making a hot exit out of the planet Slaheron, heading on to light speed. And we now pick up the action in transit. We are going to do all of our sort of downtime activities right at the start of the session. There are... I think we'll go ahead and start the action. We'll go ahead and move everybody over to the Stormrunner. Make sure that my ambiance is going, because I can't particularly...
Yeah, it's hyperspace travel's on.
Not in here. Okay, great. So, you all have, I believe it would be 5 days of travel to the planet that you have agreed on, which is the planet Randone, to the system of Randone. You have 5 days of downtime activities. I was already very politely sent a list of stuff that Lina would like to do in the intermediary period. So I suppose
goddamn to-do list.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. With this, I think we're going to go ahead and start with your day one checks. This is probably taking place right as... We'll use your sort of task list as a framework for what everybody, if anybody else would like to do something on those intervening days. So for day one of travel time, what would Lina like to do?
That was more just to explain, like, why I'm only doing technically 3 checks. Day 1 is just making sure this ship doesn't fall apart after the fight. Day 2 is moving all of the attachments from Blaster Rifle A to Blaster Rifle B. There's no check involved. We're just moving a mod from one to another, only by putting the mods on a new attachment. And then the actual work is days 3, 4, and 5.
Gotcha. So, I suppose then we'll start at like the first half of the downtime areas, the travel time. What is there anything that anybody would like to do in the first couple of days of travel time? Are there any checks that we want to figure out? We've agreed on a destination of Randone. Are there any scenes that we would like to run or anything?
I don't think so. I think we're good to go.
The only plans I have are after we've landed.
Yeah.
I have so much downtime activity, that's why I gave you a list. Just pretty much just pump those 5 things out so I don't waste the time.
Gotcha, 100%. I think with all y'all's permission, and then we'll go ahead and skip through downtime here. All right. Let's start with your day 3, Kyle.
Okay. Let's see. Utility R mod, first mod. Div 3, 50 credits.
50 credits, yep.
Well, shit.
Oh, God.
Well, didn't break.
Right. That is 7 advantages. Let's see what we can do. Skill guide, and this is mechanics. So it is a failed check.
Yeah.
I will say you are able to do it. It will be at a 200% cost.
200% base or 200% what I pay?
200%. What is higher?
Base, obviously. So 200 credits instead of 100 credits.
Right.
Scratch that,
Yep.
reverse it.
Yeah. I think we'll go ahead and do your price then. 200% of whatever your price is. Yeah, just is going to cost a little bit more credits if you want to do it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, cool. So that the cost of that is then, if it's 200% more, would then be 300, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Perfect. And then what does that mod provide you with on your utility arm?
A smart person would have had that actually set aside.
Oh, wait, so you're saying that you made this checklist? And then...
I've had this checklist created for so long that I completely forgot what the mod was.
Do you need a page number? Here.
It's on my...
Is the utility arm just in normal?
Adds a boost die to mechanics checks. Actually...
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, you need that.
Yeah, no, it's one or the other, so I'm going to go with the second one, which is spend 1 strain to gain additional free maneuver per turn.
Oh my god. From max of 2, or does that increase it to 3?
Oh, no, still no more than 2 maneuvers.
Right, but the second one you can do at
spend 1 strain to gain an additional free maneuver per turn. Yeah, because isn't a
no? That's an additional free maneuver. So that's a third one.
No, it still says no more than 2 maneuvers can be performed per turn. That's always written down extra.
So it just halves the cost of doing an extra maneuver.
That's all it does.
Well, it's half. Normally it's 2 strain, but this is 1.
Yeah, so it's down to 1.
Right. So it's halved.
Perfect. Yeah, great. A half cost for your second maneuver. That's great. Especially for someone like you, where your strain is kind of like a limiting factor for sure. Great. Awesome. Yeah. So then, looks like you have
system security mods.
Yes, and that is for the ship, right?
That's for the ship. Yeah.
Okay. For this, let me take a look at the ship here quick. Just to give everybody an idea of what the ship is sitting at. You're currently sitting at right around like 40% hull trauma currently. You don't currently have any strain with that. Yeah, so I'll just make that as a normal roll then. So div 3. And then this is for the mods for the security system. And what is that mod that you're attempting to put on?
So this there's 2 of these I can put on. They're the same one, but I can add a setback dice to computer or skullduggery checks made to gain unauthorized access to the ship.
Ooh, okay. Cool. Let's take a look. Perfect. Consider it done. Looks like the security systems. So the first mod is 1,000 credits. So go ahead and
500.
Mark that. Yeah, because you have the cost of all that shit. God. And because you're doing it yourself. Great. Awesome. So that's day 4. Perfect. On the final day of your downtime. This is going to be.
I'm actually going to change it to the second one in the list there.
Okay. Yeah. I would love you to make it a scene if you'd like.
Yeah. Lina reaches over and hits the comm. Kybax, can you come down in engineering? Bring your jetpack.
All right. He is wearing the jetpack, so.
You just see a pile of detritus everywhere. Your rifle's done in strip.
Okay.
Just the lift kit. I'm gonna tune that up like we discussed.
All right. He turns, hits the door to engineering, and locks it. Takes off his helmet, takes off his armor and the pack and everything, because the lift kit is integrated into the armor.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to completely armor down.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What?
Oh.
It's the second mod on your lift kit.
No, I was talking to whoever's controlling that little robot that's in the hallway. That was out of character. Anyway, yeah. So, what are you doing here exactly?
Well, remember the those little the things we put on it to make it easier for you? Well, we're gonna yeah, I'm gonna basically it's gonna give you a bit more oomph to your punches and whatnot. Mechanically,
good to
you'll
me.
just get another brawn.
Thank God.
Oh,
finally.
What? You mean brawl, right?
No,
brawn.
he means
No, I mean brawn.
brawn. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember which one you took already. So there's the +1 to the brawn, and then the
for the purposes of determining encumbrance. Okay, great. It's not just flat. He's not.
No, but it does give
not.
actually what this is 2 more athletics skills. So technically, my athletics would go up to. Let's see, what is it at? It is currently
so-
at 1 yellow dice, and it'd be at 3 yellow dice.
It's actually worded incorrectly. This lift kit can have up to 4 mods attached to it. 2 of the +1 to bronze and 2 of the plus athletics. So this is technically number 2 of 4. We've done
Okay.
1 of them. I can't remember which one, and this is the 2nd of 4.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think you might have done the brawn characteristic for purposes of determining encumbrance first.
We did.
Yeah.
And now you're going to do the athletics +1 run.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Diff 3,
Diff 4.
Diff 4. You're right.
It goes up 1 every time. Hold this.
All right.
She rips out some wire, starts chewing on it. Perfect. Ow. Okay. Yeah. So there you go.
Why
should
did you
be
ask me
about
to hold this?
10% faster. I wanted to see how long you keep your arm up.
He puts it on the desk.
Okay. You're good to go.
Alrighty. Well, thank you very much, Lana. I appreciate you. And he does the whole armoring up thing. I will say, beneath the armor, he is wearing just a one-piece black bodysuit. He owns, like, 5 of them, and just washes them when they get dirty.
Are they? Do they have like labeling on the inside of the thigh or something? Like Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
They do have his name written on the inside of the collar.
Oh, okay. Not in like the butt flap.
No.
This is great. All right. Fantastic.
There. I got some shit off my fucking to-do list.
Linus says in character.
I'll keep him off my back for a bit.
So if I get +1 brawn for the purposes of determining, let's just see where it would be at if I did have 4 brawn. Still says my encumbrance is at 25.
I think it's because it doesn't max out, but you definitely set it as like a solid number that's not being used as derived. You know what I mean? Like you set it manually, I think, before, so it got rid of that. So we'll have to do it manually. But
So
that's
1
easy,
brawn
so
characteristic adds how much threshold?
let me double check. It's a derived attribute. And I need encumbrance, please. Derived okay. You would think that would be in derived attributes, but whatever. Gear and appearance. Okay. Starting gear. There's a description. Personnel. Wait, seriously, it doesn't talk about encumbrance at all? That's so stupid. Okay, we'll figure this out later. All right. So Cam, this is the last day. As you continue to approach, you're on the last of the tail end of the travel time. W starts rolling over and it sort of nudges you and hooks into the table. Tam, you and Cam are sitting and just eating some food.
Really? Or whatever that's called. It's not chili, right? You know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
That hot, spicy stuff.
Oh, the just white hot.
Tinglar.
Tinglar.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, this Tinglar bit is so tasty.
And,
Once you get past the lip numbing sensation, it really is the best.
and Cam, you are on your last special pastry. You only got a set of 6, I think, when you bought it. So you have sitting in front of you on a tiny little plate is again that like balled up piece of dough that's making a very quiet humming noise.
I think you mean half of a balled up piece of dough making a very quiet humming noise.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna miss these.
With that, you see W hooks in, and then up on a little screen that's on the on sort of the side of the wall, right? That's where it's connected to the table. It pops up and says, "We need to make sure that we have a set place to land on Randone. I can hook into the computer's navigational array and determine a good landing site on a planet in a system that has the main planet of Randone in it. There are several avenues of landing. The main planet of Randone has one large metropolitan sort of major city, as most of these planets do. But there may be a couple of options that you'll need to go through, is what W says to you.
Right, well, we can't make any requests until we drop out of hyperspace.
Of course, he says, of course, but it might be good to start thinking about how, I don't know how to put this, it literally says in the translation, sneaky we want to be, how low profile we want to be. Preceding Lina is a smell. Door opens.
We're not being seen by anyone. It doesn't mean she didn't leave and shower.
Oh, well, I think it's better if you didn't leave.
You would.
Let me improv, damn it.
She's an engineer.
Oh my god.
Bold of you to assume that Lina doesn't just have like a box of wet wipes she uses.
Just shop showers.
Taking a bath in a sink somehow. But yeah, all right.
I know this is odd coming from me, but we really need some fresh air.
How's our fuel looking?
It's not great.
We're less than a day out. We'll be fine.
How expensive is it going to be to fix the ship?
Depends on where we set down. I'm thinking anywhere. Basic estimate somewhere around 4,000 to 6,000, and that's not counting fuel and supplies.
Well, I mean, we got time, right? We're far away from the huts, correct? No one's looking for us out here.
We're 5 days away at hyperdrive space, but everyone can fly at that speed, so we're only, at best, 5 days away.
Yeah, but we can't be tracked through hyperspace.
They don't know where we're going.
Do we know where we're going?
Well, you said
You're the one who suggested Corellia.
Yeah, I wanted Corellia because big planet, easy to get lost, not a huge organized crime presence.
Well, that's all well and good. We're not leaving Randon for a while. Probably
How
upwards.
bad is it?
Well, remember that fresh air I mentioned? You get about a month's worth.
Oh dear.
That tends to happen when a non-military ship eats a proton torpedo.
Yeah, Lina has done a great job of keeping the ship in working order. There are like bulkheads that are hastily welded together. The outside of your ship, should you look out the window, there are scorch marks from laser blasts. There's a big, just sort of electrical sort of discharge that sort of erupted from where the proton torpedo hit you. A big sort of pretty much gaping hole in the side of your hull. The Stormrunner's not looking great, and it hasn't really been in combat like this before. So it's a nice little ship, but certainly needs some R&R.
Yeah, I might be able to get her off the ground probably maybe in 2 weeks if I get enough help. She's just the biggest John. She's got the giant bags under her eyes. But
W, what spaceports are available with good repair facilities? They're going to have easy access to industrial areas.
Okay. Yeah. I will take this as you interacting through W through the navigational thing. So I'll have you do a check. Go ahead, and I'm going to ask you for... I'm going to ask you for a check here. Give me just one moment. I want to get my info in front of me. Random. Perfect. Awesome. So, with this, I am going to have... God, it feels like it's been forever since we played. Go ahead and give me... This is going to be a knowledge skill for you. No... It's going to be intelligence-based for sure, but I don't know if it's... I would take astrogation. I would take like a underworld check. I would take an outer rim check.
I'll take outer rim.
If we could do an underworld check, could we find one that is discreet?
I'm going to give you information that you ask for, no matter what you roll for. Essentially, this is one of those weird things where, yeah, I suppose if you're looking for more discrete stuff, it would be an underworld check, or like an outer rim check, I guess, because outer rim and underworld sort of mean the same thing in some parts. But since it is subject to, since you're technically going to an outer rim planet, even though you're right at the boundary of the mid rim. I would do outer rim, whatever roll you want to do, essentially.
I'm going to do outer rim.
Cool.
Difficulty?
The difficulty, I'm going to say, I will let you declare a difficulty between 2 and 4, and with that, I will give you some quality here. I will also give you a boost die, due to you're hooked up into a ship's computer that has had maybe dealings in this area of space before.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do danger here and go diff 3.
All right, diff 3. And
well, there we go.
Let me take back to that guy. Awesome. So, what sort of are you looking specifically? So I can give you. I'm going to give you the info dump on Randon, the planet itself, first, and then based off of that, I'll let you ask a couple of questions here. The threats that you have generated will add vagueness and lack of specificity to the information that I will give you. So I'm going to be a little bit not cryptic, but not precise. I know it's unique for me. I'll have to really try. So, with this here, perfect. I have something written out and everything. So, Randone is and was at one point a imperial sort of garrison. It was a base that had a lot of business going on. It recently, and I'm talking pretty recently, within the past 12 weeks, was the location of a rebellion sort of orbital battle, like a space battle, between a small Imperial fleet and a small New Republic fleet, essentially. The main city on Randone 5, which is the planet that you're going to, is called Port Relisar. I will type that out for you.
Okay.
Port Relisar, it's essentially a coastal metropolis. Randone 5 is it's at one point or another, before all of this capitalistic and horrible stuff that happened to the planet, it was Earth-like for sure. It has oceans. Port Relisar is a metropolis that's hugging the Western Ocean on its main continent. Essentially is a patchwork of starport spires, mid-level trade zones. There's, of course, with these huge megacities, there's the undercity portions of it as well. Pretty much these big, artificially created docks stretch out. You see, actually, W pulls up a map of it, and it is, it's a Star Wars city. It's right on the coast. These big docks stretch out into the sea. At the end of each of these docks are absolutely gargantuan desalination ports. W. You see these big desalination plants are sitting at the edge of these docks, and this is essentially how you're able to get fresh water. All of fresh water on the planet has, of course, been fully taken and used. The poles on the North and South Pole have been fully exhausted of all their natural resources and all that water, so they have gone to this very industrial process with the way that they're able to get water. It has the density of some parts of Coruscant. Essentially, it's this just hodgepodge of shit right there. Extending out, just inland of Port Relisar, essentially the urban infrastructure falls away into broken terrain, and outside of that is what the locals refer to as the Scraplands. This area was once a planetary shipbreaking yard. So these big old hulks, old starships just sort of litter the landmass, pretty much extending out into the rest of the continent until it just peters off into areas that have not been taken up by garbage. That's sort of the physical description of the planet. In terms of specific landing zones, there are. I suppose based off of that, what is your main question? I suppose from that.
Okay, it sounds like if there are landing zones in the scrapyards, that will put us as close as we can to industrial areas where we would be able to find parts and shit.
Yes. So So if we're looking at that place, due to your background and who owned this ship before you, I will actually let you in on a little thing. You do have you have a name that Alan left behind for you. His name is Rix, Rixx. Rix owns a small portion of this area of the Scraplands, like a couple of square miles of real estate, essentially, that's filled with all manner of different parts and everything. He maintains a very small docking area. You can see its location that's pinged on the map there. He calls it Rix's Rust Bucket. Is the name of the sort of yard that he runs. He's essentially a scavenger. And from what notes that Alan left behind for you, you see in the little subject line of the journal article next to this sort of nav beacon, says, old ass Ugnaught, simply insane, but the best stam mechanic on the planet.
He's going to look at that for a moment, then motion Lina over.
She gets up and walks over. Well, I haven't landed yet.
Well, Dad thinks we can trust him.
Yeah, if Alan says it's okay. Can't be worse than... She looks around the table. That level of insanity, and just motions towards Kybax and Tam.
Hey.
Fair enough.
So mechanically, I will tell you, this is pretty low profile. This is a personal connection that you have to this area. The quality of the parts is a grab bag. You do not, from what you understand, Rix is a scavenger and a salvager. The availability of parts, it's going to be probably finding what you need, essentially. Most of those parts are probably going to be in various states of repair. They're going to be most likely busted up.
Yeah, but we have Lina.
Sure. It also is potentially low profile for you as well. Once you access the actual navigational data for the system, I do have two other options that I can relate to you. Would you like those?
Hit me.
Cool. So, option 2, simply named Docking Bay 43. This is sort of at the outside of so there's the epicenter of the city that's sort of hugging the coastline, and then a little bit further out, but still in the city, there are still megastructures, speeder lanes, all this sort of stuff, is something called the Randone Freeport. It's named very simply. This would be since you're doing like an outer rim knowledge check, and since you're looking to sort of fly under the radar a little bit, this would be certainly a better port grade for like Lina stuff. It is as underworld as it gets. It is essentially, you get from the listing that it is a neutral ground for smugglers and for traders alike. This also comes from Jitra's sort of contacts, and also you can find the posting and cross-reference. Bounty hunters...
If it's a neutral ground, it has rules.
Yeah. There is a strict, and it literally... this is from Jitra's notes. No blaster fights. Underlined, circled, arrows drawn in and pointed. Is the biggest thing.
Okay.
Good thing I have a flamethrower.
So the question then
Always a
becomes
workaround.
like, you know, the Black Sun has not tried to shoot us; they've tried to bomb us. So, like, if they have certain rules there, things like don't conduct dirty business on our grounds, that would be helpful.
This is the most organized area of the underground in the city that Alan has been to before.
Okay.
It's basically like, don't start shit here. If you have problems, take it out of the port.
Certainly underground presences of whatever polities or factions that are trying to conduct business would be here. The other option that you have, and you see that Alan has been there once, and you see next to the name in the notes the sign for credits, like the symbol, like 3 of them, like credits.
So there's good work to be found there.
Or it costs a lot of money.
Probably the second one, the latter. Yeah.
Okay.
There is the Shipwrights Guild dockyards. This area, it would essentially be you would get the trade world port quality. So the best port quality. This is run by COPSEC, by CorpSec. Corporate security runs the area. This is in the established area of the city, probably the upper cities. High security. They use a very thorough set of cargo scanners. They take ship IDs really, really seriously. And it's a corporate atmosphere. Essentially, you get the amenities with that and trading, but it's about as high profile as you can get. Because you're coming in, you declare yourself, and then this is where you land. Were you like a visitor to the thing and you didn't have business here, this is where you would go.
I do just want to say, this is giving very much starstruck energy, and that is meant as a compliment, Tyler.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Alright, so those are our options.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we go to the corporate route, what are the odds they turn us over to the Black Sun? Well, I mean, they wouldn't care about 20,000 credits. And if we pay them to keep our stuff safe, they'll do it, right? Because otherwise it damages their reputation.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be our best bet.
It is
Like spending
also
the next month crawling around a junkyard.
You said that like you wouldn't be having fun.
Well, fair.
What is our collective credit pool? What do we got?
Last I checked, after I oh, by the way, I pulled some for ship repairs. Oh, I upgraded the security systems. Should be a little harder for people to slice or just break my locks. But just short of 15,000.
I can contribute 4,000 to that. If needs must.
Well, remember, it's going to also cost about 4,000 to 6,000 just to get her up and running again.
I am sorry for putting y'all in this position.
Oh, it's fine. I love the work. An alarm starts from engineering. She just mutes it on the panel. That'll be fine.
coolantly precipitating in Port 9A Delta.
You're fine. Mute.
Is it a sensor that's off, or?
She's temperamental. She's tired.
There's some fog coming from the.
Yeah, you guys see.
I'll be right back. We've been over this.
Billowing down the hallway.
So, the only thing I don't like about the corporate sector is that there's going to be a paper trail. It's going to be real easy to find.
That's true too. I say, in that case, I say we go to the Freeport, park it, don't tell anybody we're there, quietly get what we need and get out.
The Freeport has a pretty decent chance of having a Black Sun presence.
That's true too.
To be fair, the Black Sun are everywhere. It's probably going to be anywhere we go.
He leans over and taps Rix's rust bucket on the map.
Is that a prompt for me? I'm sorry.
No, he's looking at the others and tapping it on the map like this.
I really don't want to go to a place called Rix's Rust Bucket.
The alternative is we make ourselves easy to find. And I don't want to start doing that just yet, not till we get the ship prepared.
Can we even find the parts we need there?
Hi, Bex, this is a planetary ship-breaking yard. If we can't find the parts we need there, we're not going to find them.
Alright, fine. I feel like this is gonna go badly.
If it does go badly, you can shoot your way out.
As you say that, Lina goes running past you with a spool of cable. I don't worry about it.
Primary coolant failure. Primary coolant failure. Primary coolant failure. Primary coolant failure gets slowly louder and louder and louder.
Lina?
It starts getting kind of hot.
Don't worry, space is cold. It'll balance.
We're in hyperspace, Lina.
It's fine.
Guys, did someone turn the AC off?
We're working on it, Karga. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Lina, I think there might be a primary coolant failure. It's on all of my screens in my room.
I will end you, child.
I think she needs I think she needs I need to go. And she runs. And he runs.
You learn that lesson quick.
Well,
it is actively getting hot in here. Like the coolant system it's not
I
good.
seal my suit and turn on the climate control.
Ah.
all right,
What's Lina
what can I
doing?
do?
Hold this.
Got it?
And Lina just pops up a panel on the floor. You just see like a destroyed hose. There it is. And quick disconnect here, and there we
Primary
go.
coolant. Bing boom.
Okay, so have we decided where we're going?
Yeah, Rick's Rust Bucket.
Coolant management system.
Okay.
I'll go
Well-
find the coolant. Hold on. Kybex gets up and goes into the cargo.
Yeah, Kybex, we're going to need about 40 liters of coolant. Put it in port 63 behind, it's actually in the pantry.
In
Kybex,
orbit,
I need
right?
you to. Kybex, I need you to make a check here for me. Give me one moment. I need to pull up a character sheet. You feel your jetpack do something that you weren't expecting it to do. As you go to lift the thing, the coolant box. I'm gonna need you to make me an opposed athletics check. This is gonna be it is gonna be difficulty 3.
Okay.
And I'm adding setback. Just one.
All right. Can I spend a light side point on this?
Sure.
No, I don't wanna.
All right. Kybex, you.
I didn't. I didn't.
No, you
spend
didn't.
it, actually.
I know.
But... Okay.
You grab the thing of coolant, and your jetpack works too well. Your arm flings up, and it hits the ceiling. You are showered in coolant. You take 4 strain. It's chilly.
I spend an advantage to reduce the strain by 1.
Yep.
And I shake my armor off.
Coolant spill detected in primary cargo bay.
Can't
Detected.
Lana.
I'm on my way.
Primary coolant failure. Primary coolant failure.
Oh, shut up!
Hose comes back out.
What's going on back there? What's going on?
And
Can I help?
Damn, land this
Starts-
damn ship.
and this starts happening for the next few hours. One system after another, after all of your travel time, they start to get tired from the damage. Your coolant system is gonna be a part of your repairs. That got damaged, and a couple of other things are going to. You can still be in the ship, but yeah, it's bad. Let's go ahead and
I would like to get on the holo and contact Rix's.
all right.
Rix's, not Rix.
That's what I said, Rix's.
Well, it's
No,
His
I
name
was
is Rix,
saying
and it's
I
Rix
thought
in
his name was
Stunker.
Rix. I thought his name was Rick.
Oh, no, it's RIXX.
Honestly, it's Star Wars. I should have known that it would be something weird.
yeah, 100%.
That's on me.
It's your fault.
That's on me.
Your fault. Mm-hmm. It's on your. You try to reach out to Rex.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. This is Rex. Leave a message. Doing shit.
Of course, that is what he sounds like. Why would he sound like anything else? I can see him in my brain.
Mhm.
Is there going to be like a beep or?
Oh yeah, this is how it turned out. And beep.
Rix, I'm hoping you can help me. My name is Cameron Jitra. You knew my father?
It picks up. Jitra, are you little Cam?
Yeah.
Eating us.
Well, come on over.
All right, we're a couple hours out in hyperspace.
And then the comments.
Was that Pete Nutt from Legends of Evantris?
Shut up. Get out of my influences. Damn it. It is.
Cam is going
It
to
is.
tap the internal comms. Lina,
Busy.
I'm dying.
I'm gonna need to warn you.
Oh, what'd you break?
I didn't break anything. It's just that, Rick sounds like a hugger.
Thanks for the heads up. She doesn't cut the Kybex cyber your armor.
And with that, we'll cut forward. Alright.
Alright.
One moment, everybody. Diego, are you having fun? I hope you're having fun.
Diego is silent.
Diego is muted, but is having fun.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Kind of hard to pick up a new player in hyperspace.
Yeah.
Gotta get there. All right. I am going to go and grab a beverage here. We will pick it up on Randone in just a moment.
You could have been a stowaway.
Another stowaway. It's just what happens.
Yeah, I heard this worked for someone else.
Hey, I heard y'all are adopting stowaways. Flaps roof of Stormrunner. You can fit so many stowaway sisters in here.
Honestly, I think like one of my favorite things about Cameron or about Alan Jitra as just like someone we only ever see the after effects of. Is it Alan Jitra really went? Is anyone going to adopt that? And then didn't wait for an answer.
Don't mind if I do.
Come here, little floor child.
He's from the Bruce Wayne school of adopting children.
Right.
And also random Mandalorians, apparently.
Well, he probably just hired you a bunch. You're somewhat competent.
Look, you point Kybax at a problem, the problem tends to go away. How that is achieved...
Or compound.
And like any vacuum, is filled with more problem.
Which are then also solved, until there's no problems left to fill the void.
Works.
Eventually, they run out of guys, okay? Everyone just eventually runs out of guys. At least that has been Kybax's experience for his entire life.
If you run out of ammo before they run out of guys.
That's what the brass knuckles are for. And also, you think I'm running out of ammo. I got weapons for days. Weapons for
Now,
days.
what do I
Weapons
have?
for days.
Weapons for days.
One of them
I
said,
have
"Give
so
me
many
names,"
eyes.
and
I
I
have
said,
eyes for
"I
days.
fucked your mother last night."
Oh, so
You
I'm
took
not your
exception
mother
to
last
that.
night. And they took exception to that. Hellsing Ultimate has some bits where it really fucking aged poorly, but other parts are still solid fucking gold.
You know, that's the only time he's ever listened to my orders without complaint.
I'm going for a walk.
What did you do? Okay, first, I was minding my own business. Bullshit! I was!
Hey guys, how's your health plan? Apparently it's great. I always felt like the addition of apparently it's great cheapened the line.
Okay. Apologies, everybody.
We've discovered that Kybax's philosophy to problem solving is eventually they run out of guys.
That's fair.
Either I win or it's not my problem.
All right.
So
Perfect.
Randone is just Earth.
Clearly not Earth.
If not,
We resemble butter legally distinct from the Lollipop Guild.
Yeah, that's not Florida and not Australia.
That's not India, and that's not Japan, and that's not the People's Republic of Northern Korea.
Nope. I like that it appears to be just a city over the ocean, like the southern hemisphere there. There's no landmass under that light.
Well, it's an ocean city. Duh.
You know,
As
like Manal.
described.
The lost city of Atlanta.
It wasn't. Come on, Tristan, be better.
Their flag is old freebie.
So, I push the exit button and immediately shove another cinnamon bear in my mouth. Couldn't have picked a chewier, gummier snack.
It's not like you have to talk. We'll just open up the furnace door in your back and just shovel almonds in, right?
Aw, a Pretty Mulligan reference. I love that. I love how you guys know what I rip all my shit from. Anyways, so
We love it, though. That's the thing, though, is that you rip it really well, so we don't care.
I'm like Brennan Lee Mulligan, but a beta cook.
You heard it here, folks!
Turn of Fear cursed.
I assure you, we have many recorded instances of him being a beta cook.
100%.
Yeah, but
Just
now he's
full-
admitted it.
He admitted it then.
He's
Fair
admitted it several times. He keeps telling us.
Yeah. Just sexually, just so much not like what I'm actually like. But it's a role that I play, and it's okay. Sometimes you have to be fake around friends. Anyway,
If you have to be fake around your friends, they're not your friends.
well, sorry to have to.
Oh, well, isn't it nice to have friends you don't have to be fake around?
Oh shit, Treb's here!
Oh, Trev, hey!
Listen, I have been talking for the past hour. I just happened to be muted and I didn't know it.
God
all right?
Come
damn
on,
it.
Trev. I need you to
This
don't
happens so
touch.
often.
No,
Do
again,
not touch. You
listen,
have-
I have my little microphone open here, but I've got every fan in the house on because
Yes,
it's 90
and
degrees over
Discord-
here.
And as long as you talk every minute or so, just even a cough or something, Discord will continue to block that stuff out.
Okay. Well, so you
We've
can't
been
hear
over
anything
this.
going on right now?
No,
including you, because you mute yourself.
Yeah, Discord has really nice noise cancellation software.
We've
Trev.
been over this so many times.
there's-
All right,
I'm,
all right.
I'm in front
all
of a
right.
window that has a fan blowing right into the mic. Like, it's totally fine. I'm
All
not
right.
kidding.
All right, all right.
Diego's got an entire Thrustmaster 3000 going on him right now. We can't hear it.
Yeah, it's super silent. Noise
Chugga,
canceling,
chugga,
crazy.
chugga, 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 chugga. Ah, that's
You
not
mean
what a
I've
Thrustmaster
been
sounds
using my Thrustmaster 3000 this entire time? Jesus
Yes.
Christ!
Those
You
on
really
sale
should have
for
sprung
Mother's
for the
Day?
4500 model.
I know the SX version, right? I know. Ugh.
The super small version?
You know?
No. Not what it's said for.
It's just a marketing gimmick. The dicks are all interchangeable. Just pop one off, screw the other one on, you're good to go.
Oh.
Trev uses the fist attachment, so
I
there's
was-
no
I
dicks
was-
involved.
God damn it! You took it right out of my goddamn mouth! Let me tell me gross jokes.
Did he now?
Is that why you were muted?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ. Alright, he's muted now, actually. Let's continue. So we...
We're good.
My God.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Oh.
Coming out of hyperspace, Cameron, you wind up, and instead of following the normal entry trajectory, by the way, the Shipyard Guild requests your clearance and everything. This is Randone 5, the spaceport. Please identify yourself. Are you coming into... Oh, no, that's not the way you... all right. Ends communication.
Appreciate your spaceport, but I know what I'm about.
And there's even
The Ron Swanson, I know more than you.
Yeah. And you hear some random chatter going through the entry corridor. This is sort of a hustling and bustling planet that y'all have landed on. So the Heron definitely had business like this, but it was all like as little conversation as possible. We're going to go in, and yes, I have clearance because I've been here before. You know me, I work for this person. Here, it is certainly much more organized than that. You can see as you come in and approach the atmosphere and penetrate the atmosphere, you hit the turbulence right away, and immediately as the cloud breaks, you see the smog just hanging over the lower parts of the city. The upper parts sort of raising up to the clouds with their super mega structures. Those are things. The ocean just sort of washing up against the desalination plants that are powering the city and making sure that everybody has things to drink and protein stuff to eat. As you continue, sort of skirting around a couple of on the entry go, you continue out, and the city and the terrain flattens. And you are skirting along a long, and as far as the eye can see, it's just garbage. Broken up ships. You see these massive, sort of large four-legged walkers, each of them with big, just sort of cargo cranes, magleved, just sort of continuing to sort of lumber and continue the business. You actually see that close to the city. You have a couple dozen miles to go. You see recently and being currently worked on is a large Venator class destroyer. Its nose is pretty much creating its own sort of mound of garbage that's built up around since it's happened. So sort of its ass sticking out. You see the engines, the big circle engines, just sort of sticking out as you continue moving forward. You see laser cutters cutting off big sections of hull, salvaging it, some of it being bought and sold, some of it just being left to sit there and become smashed into smaller and smaller parts of hull, and ripe for the small little salvage yards, kind of like the one that you're pulling up to. Across rolling hills, you go into sort of a little valley area. The junk around here seems older. It's rustier. It's sort of looks to be set into mounds almost, and you see a large, tall fence, just kind of taller fencing than most of the mounds of garbage around. Certainly, there are no mounds of garbage that are higher than the fence, but once you get inside that sort of boundary area, you see these large mountains with little foot and walking paths just continuing and sort of snaking and stretching along this labyrinth of detritus, old ship parts, small speeders, these things as you're sort of coasting along. The air here is weirdly clear, actually. There's not a lot of dust or smog in the air. You can actually see, you can look up and you can see the sun sort of sitting low in the sky. It looks like it's towards the end of what would be this planet's day. You come along, you hit the nav point and are taken along a docking course. All the way at the head, you see a sort of pillar of 2 pillars, along with a couple of very small landing bays, one of them big enough for the Stormrunner. And you take it in for a landing, Cameron. You whip the Stormrunners aft around and land. Ship's engines, running hot, are now finally, after 5 days of damaged travel, able to relax. Welcome to Randone 5, and welcome to Rix's Rust Bucket. You see that there's no sort of entry party to greet you. There's nobody plugging in your ship to the fuel lines. You see a large sort of fuel depot area, sort of maybe like 30 or 40 yards away from where you're currently sitting. There's sort of these 4 landing pads all in a line, and it has like a row of empty space sort of leading up to the large structure. And yeah, what do you all do?
There you go, baby.
Hop
You
down the
rest
ramp.
Landing door falls open, and the smell sort of wafts its way up as y'all begin making preparations. The air here is remarkably clear. It smells... Whoa, what was that?
That is Lola. She has many opinions right now, and I'm sorry about that.
No, it's fine. No, it's okay. Bark, bark. I'm assuming, is everybody leaving? Is everybody getting off the ship?
Yep. Absolutely.
Lina goes like pushing past with a grav cart just full of stuff she needs on the outside of the ship. There's no reason to move us all out of our little squares. Whatsoever.
Okay, I'll move everybody back. You rain on my parade.
That's places for you to put tokens.
You make me very sad.
You make me sad.
I'm
You
gonna
disappoint
start
Daddy.
Well, why do you sound like Catholic Mass?
I was trying to... In nomine Patris Spiritus Sancti.
Suddenly, this stream is gonna go very hard Catholic.
Hard right. Right there. Let's crack out the incense and
Like our
fuck
guest
some. I
is
can't say that.
actually Pope Benedict.
May the force be with you, and also with you.
And no, they
Yes.
changed it. It's now and with your spirit.
I know they changed it. I don't give a shit.
They really changed it?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd think that a religion based on thousands of years of tradition would just say get over it. But whatever.
What do you think the catering was like at that meeting?
You know, honestly, it was probably pretty good. It was mostly Italian people.
Yeah.
So we stopped at Fuddruckers on the way here, and we actually picked up some.
Man, I would murder for some
non made the
Fuddruckers.
pasta.
Yeah. And nomine di pasta.
We stopped at Buca de Beppo.
Take some with that. Buca de Beppo with you, and also with you.
We're gonna get smited.
I'm so sorry, Diego. I promise. This will happen. All right.
It's all good.
You begin. Everybody begins walking off. You see Karga. Karga's following y'all behind. The droids. Yeah, sure. The droids are here too.
Lola. That's the
And Lola's there.
J9,
go grab that fueling line. W, hook into the junkyard systems. Cameron.
And you see W
Look
walks
around
away.
and tell me
and-
we won't be able to find the parts we need.
Oh, I'll be able to find anything eventually.
Alina, you look out, and were you not so tired, you would be in like some sort of like weird dream where everything comes true and is nice, which is not normal for you. You see mounds of some worse for wear equipment just sort of out in the docking area. But you feel the way that you like feeling, which is that you have a job.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay.
You see fuck. God, Tristan, you saying that this is very starstruck, it's gonna get real starstruck here in a second.
Oh God.
Because all this came to me a couple of days ago when I was so bored at work. You all look up and sort of on the pathway that sort of there are these tiny little mounds of junk that you can kind of look over. The pathway leads up towards the building. You all see a sort of ramshackle, sort of large, signpost with two sticks that are sort of on two poles that are on either side of the path for you to walk through. It's like a little trellis or whatever you call.
Like an arch?
Yeah, an arch. That makes sense. You see on the top of the arch, you see rust. Welcome to Rix's Rust Bucket, and you see the sign. That little part of the sign is just at the very top of what is kind of a tall sign. You see hastily scratched out our previous names of the area that you're in right now. The one on top is Welcome to Rix's Rust Bucket. You see underneath it crossed out in written out in English, because in order for the joke to work, is Styx's Suck Bucket. Styx's Suck Bucket.
Ooh.
Underneath that is Fix's Fuck Bucket. And Bix's Butt Bucket.
You're very proud of yourself, aren't you?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
These are all crossed off. And you see they kind of extend down into smaller and smaller writing that are crossed out.
Ibex kind of brings his hand up to the top of his helmet, like almost like a face palm, but on the forehead of his helmet, and it's just like, Alan, these
Yeah.
are the friends you make.
Walking out towards you is a... Come on, Kyle. Don't do it to me now.
I ain't doing nothing.
Walking out towards you is a 3-foot-tall Ugnaught. Pig face, sort of large jowls. Bushy, sort of white mutton chops. Greasy, slicked back, long, sort of braided ponytail going all the way down, almost to the back of his knees. Coke bottle, sunglasses. Not sunglasses, just normal glasses. And he sort of walks up. He has a cane. And he goes, "Well, welcome to Rix's Rust Bucket. Cam, is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Well, I'll be a sack of potato. And he walks up.
Oh my god.
And he hits you in the shin with his cane. It's been so long since I heard from Alan. My condolences.
Thank you.
So he walks past you all by your legs. This is what you bring me, eh?
She's a little worse for wear. We're looking to get her patched up. Maybe some
What?
upgrades.
Upgrade, you say? Well, it sounds like you'll need someone to fix her up.
Allow me to introduce you to Lina.
Who the fuck's... Oh!
Got it! And she just falls off the ship, like, onto her back.
Take 3 strain.
Rix, this is Lina Jitra.
She looks up. It's actually just Lina. She's just lying in the dirt now, staring up, holding the broken coolant line.
He walks up to you. Takes a while. Several seconds. His cane sort of sticking in the dirt. He gets really close to you. You're still on the ground. What do you say your name was?
It's Lina, sir.
Sir? Well, that's not my name.
She just kind of turns her head to Cam. Help!
Yeah,
Hey, I'm talking to you.
Yes, sir.
So, I tell you again.
Ibex is just kind of... He does have one hand on a pistol, but he is laughing
Can I
under
stand
his
up,
helmet.
please, Mr. Rix?
Dear Mister? It is Mr. Rix, thank you. Do your legs work after that several dozen foot fall?
Oh, yeah, I've fallen off higher.
When?
Jesus,
Tell me when.
Well,
You can't think of anything. You and I are gonna get along just great. And turns away.
I don't know how to talk to you.
What?
I'm the ship's mechanic. I'm going to fix. And a panel falls off that.
Well, it looks like your cooling condenser needs a little bit of refill, eh?
Yeah. No point in filling it now. I'm holding half of this hose, so if we fill it, it's just gonna onto the ground.
What did you say? How'd you get this, Cam? Who's this? Point. Hey! He walks up to Trev.
Oh, thank God.
Oh yeah.
I'm not finished with you, and he looks back and points at you.
Pleased to meet
This is
you.
a man who owes us a significant amount of money.
Yeah. Pleased to meet you. I'm Tam Bayless. I'm the cargo manifest crew quartermaster.
Is that your official title?
Absolutely.
His
Say it
title is
again.
Rent Boy.
I'm the cargo crew manifest quartermaster.
Cam is watching this like it's fucking Looney Tunes.
I'm the quartermaster. I'm the cargo specialist.
Okay, those were words that you didn't say before. So,
Well-
is that your actual title?
Well, I have a degree in cargo speciality, so yes.
No, you
that-
don't.
Well, he doesn't have to know that.
My ears are still working, I think. Anyway, what are we...
He had not questioned the Mandalorian in the room.
You see his... He looks up at you and goes, Mando,
Yeah,
get down here. I can't see your face.
that is on purpose.
tall fucker.
Oh,
I'm sorry. It's been a little while since I met people. And he spits. Just brown sludge. Ugh. Ugh. He wipes his nose. So, you're probably gonna need about, what? How long do you need here?
Couple weeks at least. We took a
Alright.
proton torpedo.
That couple of weeks was an estimate when I had access to everything I could need quickly. I'm sure I can find what I need.
He looks at you. Are you meaning to tell me that you landed here and you weren't willing to get your hands dirty?
Sorry, bitch, what? I mean, I am the only person here who gets her hands dirty.
well, I don't know.
Well, I'm not talking to you, he points to Trev.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry,
I like that he's pointing to Trev and not Tam.
I know. Hey, listen, I know who you're talking about.
Payback's is watching like this to let people watch tennis. So it's just
Jack, he's working some things out, okay? He's working through some things with me, okay? You shut up, Trev!
Say what you said again to my face.
Are you talking to me this time?
Yeah.
I'm very confused. Okay. Yeah. I said I fixed this ship. I just gotta go to spend time finding all the parts I'm gonna need out. She just indicates that way. I don't think you're going to deliver. I gotta go find the thing some. So I'm estimating at least 4 weeks. Just so I don't, so we're not think like we could leave earlier if we fix it earlier, but we don't want to overstay our welcome. So I'd rather say 4 weeks now, and then a pleasant surprise that we get to leave early.
Why would you want to leave early?
Well, when I didn't say I wanted to leave early, it's just
Well, I think that's what you were saying. I'm watching you.
Lina just leans past him and mouths help to Cameron.
He gets really close to you. They can't help you. One of these days, you'll have to learn to not be afraid. And he gets really close and he hits you in the shin.
Today's not that day.
Are you scared?
Very much so,
kind
yes.
of leans over to Cam and is like, "So, how did Alan meet this guy?"
Rex,
Yes,
can you stop hazing my sister, please?
Hmm?
Cam says, grinning from ear to ear, "Could you stop hazing my sister, please?"
He spits again. Just gross. He's obviously got a stuffy nose. Ugh. I'll give her 10 minutes twice a day.
I'll take it.
Are you using the 10 minutes now?
I would very much like to, yes.
Well, wonderful, darling. Well, first thing you need is a cooling port. You see, he rolls up one of his sleeves, and you see a very advanced arm pilot with a holographic display. Whoa. It pulls up, and it's a holographic 3D topographic map of the look of his area of operation. You see, it's got headers and points of interest across it. Well, looks like you and me are gonna go and look for a cooling port. Is that
Yeah, that'd be the best thing to start with. No point in patching the armor until we get this patched up. Okay, lead the way, Mr. Rix. Do you think we can get there in 5 minutes or less?
I doubt it. And he turns around and starts walking. As
And pats Line on the shoulder as she passes.
yeah, and he gets close to you guys. By the way, I've had cinnamon berries in my mouth this whole time. It's part of the
Why?
thing. Huh?
Yeah. Sounds like you got dipped.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
believe. Yeah, that was kind of the point.
So, here's the thing. Okay, I didn't get this out of my mouth. Hang on. It's a little spicy.
Cinnamon.
Well, it's actually feeling like a burn in the bottom of my lip, but
Yeah, it's
So-
cinnamon.
yeah, it's cinnamon. That's not something you're supposed to do. Before we go, there's something I need to talk to y'all about. Now, this area, this is called Why You See Me Valley.
It's like. Oh, okay.
Please type that out.
Yeah. That's not its official name, but that's what I name it. I figured that, Tristan, I thought you would get that joke. See Me Valley?
Yes, I got it.
Thank you. You just didn't laugh?
No, Max didn't understand.
Oh.
I've also
Max figured it out. Max was like, "What?"
I also didn't think, to be fair, that Simi Valley was that popular that people knew about it anywhere else.
I just watched the OJ documentary.
Oh, that's why.
This area is called Why You See Me Valley. There are scavengers. These fucking imbeciles. Oh, I lost my accent. They've been encroaching on my territory. Okay? Am I speaking basic?
Yeah.
So,
I think
While you're-
Cyvax's love language.
while you're here, I'm not gonna ask for a dog fee. Okay? Because y'all are basically family to me. Except for you, and he points to Tam. I don't know you. I kinda know you. He points at Kybax. I definitely don't know you. Rant boy. But no docking fees. However, should you find things that you would like to scavenge and put on your ship, you will need to pay me for the service. This is all fair. My rates are fair as my stuff is rusty, but it works well. I have mostly cataloged everything that we need, but should you find that you need to leave my property, do so at the greatest caution. The burnt claw, the rotten sons of scuzz buckets, they are trying to get my shit. And you know where I put him? And he takes out a huge slug thrower blunderbuss.
In the dirt.
I put him in the fucking dirt. You're standing on one right now. And he points to where Tam is standing. There's a little grave site.
Oh, okay.
That was last week.
Oh,
They came here. They never left.
So you're telling me there's a whole group of people who might come on this property and we might get engaged in some violence?
Shot at, yeah. I don't know what violence is. People shooting at shit.
Yeah, people shooting this shit. Sounds like my kind of party.
Yes. Now, I'm gonna take the little lady. Are you armed? He looks at you.
My mechanical arm waves. Yeah, I've got 3. Oh, you mean no, I'll go grab my blaster. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be a good idea.
Yeah, I'll come with.
And she just grabs onto Kyle. This is my blaster.
Well, if he dies,
Good luck with
It
that.
just piss him off.
well, I suppose that's okay.
Okay. Just gonna. She runs on board and grabs a to-do list and the care, and hands the to-do list off to Cameron. Just take care of the stuff that she looks over at him that you guys are capable of. Don't dig too deep.
And hold on, I need to go get my gun. And he walks onto the ship and comes back out of the ship with a heavy blaster rifle that looks like it's been stripped down to only the essentials, along with a rail slung on which is a flamethrower.
Huh. He looks at you. It's a nice gun that you got there, Mando.
Well, thank you. I just got it.
Where'd you get it? At the Limp Dick Convention?
You're good. You're good, Rix.
Uh-huh.
that was pretty funny.
Were we including you?
Shut the fuck up. He loses his accent completely. I can't. It's hard for me to keep this. You guys know I don't do accents very often, and it's so difficult.
Don't worry, this sounds pretty forgiving.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Good.
Nah, I just had to relieve it off someone who wouldn't have a need for it anymore. All right, let's go.
All right. So, scavenging people go out and begin making their way. Is there anything? So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stick with the party. Does anybody else want to come along?
No.
Tam is going to stick around the ship and go down the to-do list with Tam.
All right.
With Tam, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, not Trev.
Yes. No.
Shut the fuck up.
I can never tell the difference when you say Cam or Tam. Anybody. So
Why
I'm
would Cam go
assuming-
down the to-do list with Cam?
I know. Well, I didn't know that it was Jack until I said with Tam, right? And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. Yes, that's of course. Okay.
All right. So, the scavenging party, as they will be called. Y'all make your way out to what is a small, maybe 4-person speeder. This thing is busted all to hell. You see that mounted to the front of it are 2 speeder cannons that are pretty much just hot wired into it. They're just stuck in, pretty much taped to the front. There are no seats. There are no seat belts. There's no way to strap yourself in. It's essentially, those gondolas in Return of the Jedi?
Yes.
It's those, but smaller. There's no way to like be on it safely. He goes, all right, time to fucking peel out.
Is this terrain that a speeder bike could handle?
Is this terrain something? Certainly, yes. If you could go through a redwood forest on a speeder bike, you can go through a labyrinth of tunnels that are made by like trash, essentially. Yeah.
Hey, Lana, you want me to bring want me to bring the bike?
No,
Just in case?
I think everyone should be right here with me.
All right.
Why, are you scared?
Very much so, yes.
We'll need to interrogate that later. And he's he starts the
Aggressive
the engine
therapy.
The grav lifts go, and you set off. The ride is fairly quick. He is a pretty okay pilot. You see that on the controls he has his hollow map up. These very accurately mapped areas. As he starts getting back to the southern edge, the farther edge of the area. Yeah, haven't been this way in some time. Not a lot of people have been coming through. Ha! And he stops. Well, this isn't accurate. He, give me one moment. Switch the ambience here. Oh no, I don't want population though. Sure, yeah, that works. You see that he's holding up a hollow map, and in front of him is not accurate to what you see on the hollow map. It should essentially go on one main thoroughfare leading right to the south, but it looks like a recent collapse of one of the larger mountains of trash sort of collapsed over, and this has opened up a smaller chain that's uncharted going through. And
turn off the safety on my rifle.
Yeah, that might be smart. I was here a couple of days ago. I don't know when this would have happened. Yeah.
Does it look like it happened naturally, or does it look like someone knocked something over?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
Go ahead and I'll say diff 2.
Perception, diff 2. I'm going to spend a light side point here.
All right.
Damn.
The amount of variables that could make something fall over like this, a large mound of trash, any number of things could have caused this. Yeah, you don't have any advantages or anything, so you have no idea. Well, yeah, all right. Well, I hope we haven't had an incursion. Been a while since that happened.
Incursion?
You just said they've been encroaching. I thought this was common.
Well, yeah, but they usually come to try to kill me. 'Cause if I'm here, I'm gonna fight. They've tried laying traps and bombs and
bombs.
Yeah, bombs.
I'm gonna turn on my thermal vision.
Thermal vision?
Yeah.
What's the range on that again? Medium?
Medium.
Medium is several dozen meters, right?
Up to 36 meters out.
You do not detect anything that would read on thermal scans. You see that this the sort of tunnel. There's debris in the way, but you can continue moving up, moving around. There's sort of a natural corridor that sort of opened up. You see that it leads to right around the boundary area of maybe 20 or so meters away from the boundary fence. Well, I mean, this'll still take us there, I bet. We might just need to walk over some trash.
All right.
What do you think?
I'm thinking that I don't like this, but we need the part.
Well, do you like anything? That's my question.
I like my kid.
That was unexpectedly heartfelt. Let's go. The speeder. Sorry, I got some people.
The DM's trauma comes into play.
Speeder keeps going and starts trundling a little bit. Starts going a little bit slow. Where is it? He sort of stopped. It should be right. Oh, for the love of Sam and fuck. He gets up and he looks over at a large mound of trash. This isn't charted. How did this happen? Well, it's in there. And he points to sort of a large, there's several parts, a lot of like smaller junk that just needs to be sifted through. Cooling hose is probably somewhere in there. I admit I don't know what all could be in there, but how did this get like this? Because I like stacking stuff. I don't know if you saw as he came in. I like stacking and making sure that it's up high so I can get around and know what's in each of the mounds. This is an amalgamation of mound 83R4, 5, 6. What the
Ina's already gotten out of the speeder and has started going through stuff.
Where were those mounds located?
Oh, I could use one of these. She sets aside a pump circulator unit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, while we're here, Rix, do you have a cooling unit, like a personal use cooling unit?
A personal use?
It's basically a mini fridge.
I'm gonna keep cooking beverages cool and stuff. This is the general coolant area mixed with this is miscellaneous. Miscellaneous. What was that marked? It must have been
Climax,
right when
a
I
thermal
first got
exchanger
here.
core just comes flying at you. Here, grab this.
God. Am I right? Well, you see that this area is spread over several, maybe several dozen square meters. So, like a large sort of area. On the big things like this, I like to have a transponder. Just see if I can ping that. Getting some kind of interference. What the? Yeah. Okay.
Can I look and see what he's looking at?
He's climbed to the top of this mound. It's probably like 20 feet thick at this point. I try to chart as best as I can. I don't know what all could be in here. And tell you the truth, sometimes somebody offers me a mound and I just say sure, and I get around to cataloging it when I have a free rotation to just look at stuff,
Those mounds that you were saying, are they where were they located before they all got mixed up here?
Well, and he shows you the map. You see that there were two, there were 3 mounds, 4, 5, and 6, with their designation at the part. They were in sort of a like 3 points of a triangle. Two of them are marked as coolant parts, from different from personal use to like little trinkets to like ship use. One of them is marked as miscellaneous. Rick explains to you that miscellaneous means that he hasn't cataloged it yet. And he often trades piles of stuff. So people come by with these big hulkers, pick them up, and then just drop the stuff. You know, they're trading, doing business.
Can I think of any, let's say, an animal that might, say, see a bunch of trash and build a nest out of it?
Can you think of one? Oh, well, let's see. Let's take a look. I'm gonna ask for a xenology check.
Xenology, okay.
I mean, that's literally...
Xenobiology?
Yeah, you're right. What would be a difficulty on this?
Certainly not in your realm of expertise. I would say difficulty 3 with 1 setback.
Hey, Lana.
Yeah. It's pretty.
Can you think of anything that would maybe build a big nest out of whatever junk it found lying around?
Oh, yeah, there's a whole bunch of things. She does actually have ranks in xenology.
All right. Yep.
That
Diff
will
3.
offer trained assistance.
Diff 3?
Diff 3, 2 setback.
You should make the check.
Alright. Yeah, she just starts listing off random animals that she's bumped into in junkyards.
Think big.
Oh yeah, there's this one, and that one right there. Fucking threat.
No. Nesting animals that you would know of would not necessarily nest in trash, but I guess they would if they only had trash. Gundarks.
Yeah. The gundarts, Orbis beetles.
Are you? Well, because there was a big pile of miscellaneous junk that was part of a triangle of junk piles that have all gotten mixed together into a big pile. That he doesn't know what was in the pile of miscellaneous junk.
Well, I don't know many animals that'll go like build a triangle, so I think we're fine.
Alright.
Her sleeves are rolled up. She's grabbing parts at random.
Oh, Lana, I think you're digging in the right place. Why don't you keep digging there?
The third mechanical arm just salutes from the back of her head.
Mm-hmm. Lana, go ahead and give me an athletics check. I'll call it difficulty with your third arm assisting. I'll give you a boost die.
Can I provide trained assistance?
Actually, you know what? Weirdly enough, I will give you a mechanics roll for this, just because, and you're not getting a boost die then.
What about all my
because you know how to grab stuff.
Yeah.
I'll just say diff 2. Perfect. Yeah, you go to town. You're digging down. You can you start seeing random sort of like coolant pipes. One sort of matching the color. As you begin reaching deeper and deeper and deeper down, we're going to cut away to darkness. Diego. Nothing. Void. Emptiness. Lack of thought. Boom. Stimulus detected. Stimulus detected. Biological entity. Female. Humanoid. Proximity increasing. Proximity increasing. Deactivating hibernative mode. Eyes flick open. You are being crushed by unknowable tons of material. But you're not suffocating. You can breathe totally fine. You hear voices. Yeah, keep digging there. Keep digging. It's down there somewhere.
Here, grab this reinforced coolant tubing.
Shifting.
Here, let me get that big one.
Large weight sort of gets removed off of your torso area.
What the fuck?
Your hands are free. The two of you
might be
you see two humanoid-shaped hands and a dark piece of fabric.
What in the world?
Have you
One
not
of the
put
fingers
this together yet?
twitches. They're in character check, Jesus.
The
Oh, sorry, I forgot
hands begin
Kybex was
to
there.
slowly flex and unflex. Very stiff.
X.
IMAX kind of starts moving things.
Give me an athletics check, Kevin.
What difficulty?
Difficulty 2. There's a massive coolant unit and a couple of smaller components that are sticking out.
I got 4 advantages and 1 success.
Perfect. You continue digging and digging. You, with Lina's assistance, grab... Oh! And you all, both fall backwards. Veil Protocol. Veil Protocol. V-E-I-L. Directive. Error.
Kybex.
Yeah.
Diego, would you please describe what they see laying in front of them in the junk heap?
Laying in the junk heap, kind of like resting on uneven ground, staring up into the sky, unblinking. You can see this intact torso. The skin is like a deep green, just fabric clothing, all tattered to shreds, barely covering him. You've seen the arms the same color as the torso. What begins to shock you is that just above the knee, the green legs stop, and you can see that there are instead some cybernetic legs. As well as on the face, you can see there's a respirator that is like, it looks like it's been bolted to this this person's like skeletal structure, as well as there's all manner of like inserts and wiring along the sides of both of their temples, and the back quarter of their skull is all just steel and wiring and circuitry. Who's the DM? Who's the first person that I would see?
You see a Kyle, why don't you describe what Lina looks like?
See probably sitting on her ass now, covered in dirt and oil. Orange jumpsuit underneath said dirt and oil with purple goggles on. Long black hair, chest female, blue skin. Mouth kind of agape. The third mechanical arm just lifts the goggles up.
So this figure that you discover is going to, like, with little clicks and whirring of like servos and like very stiff body movements. Clearly he's not been disturbed for some time. But is going to upright himself, and Lina, being the first person he sees, is going to go, life form detected. Life form, please speak your full name.
She looks around.
What the fucking shit is that?
That's not my name.
He does not look anywhere but at Lina.
My name is Lina. Designation Lina?
Designation Lina. Hello, Lina. My designation is Vale. Versatile, espionage, and intelligence lifeform. I owe you a life debt.
Oh, no, that's fine. We're just digging for parts. You're just in the way. No life debts here.
What's kind of
Hypax reaches over and smacks her shoulder.
Ow.
You don't deny a life debt. That's not how that works.
I can't bring a pet home.
That's not a pet. That is a man.
I'm spending a dark side point. Vale, you are exhausted, depleted of energy. You are currently, I'm going to set your strain. I am going to set your strain currently at a total of 12 out of a 16 of threshold. You are starving, hungry. Your organic components are bereft of moments ago they were bereft of pretty much life.
Yeah.
Starving.
So Vale will kind of stutter and then fall to a knee. Error. Nutrition factor critical.
Kymax reaches into a pocket and pulls out a little nutrient bar. It is a block of flavorless brown nothing that has all the nutrients that you would need to operate for a day. I got this.
Vale, what do you need for nutrients? I don't think we can just jam that in a hole.
On the contrary, that is precisely what I intend to do.
Okay.
Here you go.
Jam away.
So he'll take the nutrient bar, and you see, the sides of his shirt are so like one of those like deep, like muscle shirts at this point, just no sides at all. And right above where his ribs are, there's like multiple little they look like almost intake valves. And he takes the nutrient bar and he just shoves it into one of the valves and holds it for a second.
The bar liquefies. And as it's taking in through your nutritional servos.
So anyway, that's a full man. Why'd you...
Panicked.
Inaccurate.
It's gonna kill me.
I am a Cuso, not a human.
Oh, sorry. What's that?
A Star Wars race.
Just the
How do
race.
you spell that?
Kyuzo.
Ayuzo.
Opening up Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, yes. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm looking at.
Well,
Ah.
His token's right here, guys.
well, this is nice to meet you. If you could just, now that you're fed, just get out of my pile. I am still looking for parts.
Yeah. I got a couple of questions before we just move on from this.
I have things to do. You go ask your questions over there.
I am capable of both speech and search functions simultaneously.
Okay.
Are you offering to help?
Life form known as Lina. I owe a life debt. Were it not for her, I would remain in my hibernative state. As such, I endeavor to assist Lina with all manner of her tasks.
Please no.
Oh my god.
Best possible outcome.
No.
Kybex just kind of turns and looks at Lina.
No. The droids are already underfoot. You keep trying to help. Tam is useless. But at least he's pretty.
I'm so happy.
Okay, I'm looking for, and she just lists off parts that she's looking in for specifically. I need the coolant flow regulator. It's somewhere in here, I think. I found a number of things that are adjacent to it. It'll be quite helpful. And a personal cooling unit.
Vale, make a mechanics check for me. I'll say Div 2. The way that you do that, Diego, is you click on the 3 dice next to mechanics on your sheet, and then
I've got the little pop up.
And then the difficulty are the purple dice.
Yeah, it doesn't look great for me. I'm just gonna tell y'all right now.
It's okay. You would be surprised. You rolled literally the best that you could possibly roll. Well, actually, no. Slightly worse than the best that you possibly could roll, but literally, you were perfect. You look down where you were just laying. You see a personal cooling unit right where you were laying. And Lina is like, looking. Lina, you're literally looking away. You're like going, and I'm like, I'm going to go look over here.
So Vale very robotically will just bend and lift the personal cooling unit. Is this an accurate personal cooling unit?
She turns around. Yep. No, you were very fast. Thought that would take longer. Yeah, just put that on the speeder.
What the fuck? What? Wait a second. What? Yeah, fuck. All right.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Rix. This is
What the?
that's a whole person. Why was he?
Why are you? How did you? What?
Did he get thrown out with the trash?
I'm.
Why was he in the trash?
Rix walks over to you, Kybex, and goes, I think I might be genuinely lost for words. I don't think you see genuine dismay.
I have so many questions.
What? Lana, wait, we have to interrogate this together.
No,
we really have to like.
Lana, why
Vale,
did you look this way?
Vale,
What?
Could you please answer my friend's questions, and I'm going to just keep working. Once questions are answered, I'm sure they'll yeah.
Lina, give me a discipline check. This is going to be a pretty high difficulty. I need to see how you're doing. Actually, no, it's going to be a cool check, and I'm so sorry.
That's worse.
Yep.
She's not doing well.
I'm going to give you difficulty 2 with 2 setback.
Yeah.
Yep. You never thought that you would see this day. You have reached the end of the rope. You're there. You simply are fucked mentally. You can't. I'm gonna add 2 setback to any die and to any roll that you do until you figure this out. Essentially.
Yeah, that's fair. This is not what I signed up for. I just want to fix a ship. This is why you don't leave the ship. People don't imprint on you when you don't stay on the ship.
They'll give me. Give me. I'm trying to see if you can see what's going on. Give me a streetwise check. It's going to be difficulty 2, and I'm going to get difficulty 1, and I'm going to give you a blue, one of the blue boost die.
All right. If I can find it, I found it.
Mm-hmm.
Difficulty
so
2.
Just difficulty 1. Yep. So you can right click on the 2. Yeah, and then you can do boost.
1, and then black.
Yep. The person who you have sworn a life debt to seems to be really, really struggling. They do need you. They need your help.
Lifeform Lina, you seem to be distraught. May I inquire as to the source of this distress?
My ship is broken. I'm currently not on the ship, and I just found a man in the dark, and now he wants to stay my friend. And I've killed a person. I've almost been killed so many times, and
You're just sitting on the ground.
Kybax kind of like starts, and I think that Lina realizes that for the first time, Kybax is considering that maybe she hasn't actually like killed anyone before. I don't think she told him that.
No, but Cam did early on. I'm just it's been a month, and things have moved very, very quickly. But just gonna get the Stormrunner back up and running, and we'll get in space. Space is safe.
Inaccurate.
Stop laying. Oh, all right. Sorry, Diego, keep going.
Just inaccurate. Space is unsafe without proper preparement or appropriate ships.
It's emotionally safe for me.
Which is something you definitely should talk to someone about. But I have several questions.
No, this simply needs to wait. Lana, stop laying in the ground. Stop, get up.
Yep.
You have to, your legs.
They'll work in a second.
Nope. They're not working. They're just flailing. You gotta stand.
Lana, the foot got to go on the ground.
She holds just a hand up for Kybax. Kybax, if you...
Kybax reaches down.
Vale. Immediately.
Vale just steps forward immediately as soon as Lina's like, I need help.
Oh, no. Yep, okay, Vale.
His hands are so cold. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, they are.
Alright, it's parts. Focus parts. Okay, job
We already have the parts that we're here for. Please just get on the damn speeder. Let's go. Alright.
He just sits and curls up in the back seat on the speeder.
Kybax turns off his external mic and gets on the radio. It's like, Cam.
What's wrong?
What's Cam doing right now? What's Cam and Tam doing right now?
Probably arguing.
That depends on what was in the to-do list.
The to-do list was made up.
So it was just bullshit busy work to keep Cam and Tam
there's always little things to do around the ship.
Okay, so
He didn't. What he means
Like
is he
refill the
didn't have an
windshield
exact.
wiper fluid.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
so
Scrape space barnacles off.
Ham would just be cleaning.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Yeah, just making sure that the deck's clean,
Swabbing
tidying
the
up the
deck
place.
thoroughly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was about to do that.
Beautiful.
Rybax, talk
Yeah.
to me.
So we found the parts. We also found a guy. I think.
What, just like wandering around?
No, he was under the trash.
I love you.
He
Jackson.
said he was the. What did that veil stand for?
Versatile, espionage, and intelligence life form.
He said he was the versatile espionage and intelligence life form, and he swore a life debt to Lina after we pulled a fridge off of him.
There's a long silence from the other side of the mic, and then he's Lina, okay.
He looks at Lina.
What's up with Lina? What's going on?
He looks over at Lina. What is Lina doing right now?
Her knees are
Vomiting.
folded tight. She's sitting in the back seat staring at the junk as it flies by.
Who said vomiting?
Well,
The
she's
GM.
not vomiting, so I count that as a win. And then I hear, scratch that.
All right, I'll make something to settle her stomach.
Rix is quiet. Just sort of like it's kind of like like 9 hours in. It's dark out during like a like a road trip where everybody's at their last fucking nerve. He's just like white knuckling the wheel. We just need to get home. We just need to get home.
Yeah.
What's left?
But mostly metal. Yeah, most of him is cybernetics. So I don't know. I don't know what to do here. This is outside of the realm of my expertise.
Well, he swore a life debt to Lina, so unless that can be convinced otherwise, he's part of the crew now.
What's Vale doing in the speeder?
He's just staring at Lina. And it's weird, like he doesn't move, he's not blinking, like there's no noise coming from him. Not visibly, like he must be, because he's still upright, but he's just watching Lina, awaiting commands.
This guy's really creepy.
And for real. So I need to explain this because Diego's doing a fantastic job. But to reiterate, he is not moving a single muscle. There's no idle movement. There's no he is literally, his legs are together. That he is set. He's not breathing. You don't really see color other than the natural color of his skin. You don't see anything underneath that. His eyes are open. He's not blinking. He has yellow eyes with cat-like slits, and he's just sitting there staring. Is what he's doing. He's just sitting.
I really cannot do this guy justice, Cam. You've got to see this guy.
Well, I imagine I will in a moment.
And as that happens, I need a drink. All right, here we are. He Rex parks normally, not like with a skid or anything. Turns off the speeder, climbs down, and goes, I think you guys need to have a talk. I need to interrogate myself here. And he walks away.
So Cam, this is Vale.
Cam walks down the ramp, holding a beverage. She's holding a like a travel mug, which she just quietly hands to Lina without a word. Just her favorite happy place drink.
She reaches out and takes it. I got you your cooling unit. Well, he did.
Thank you, Lina.
He's still holding it.
She hasn't moved. She's just now holding the cup with both hands and taking little sips.
Vale holding the cooling unit. Lina, where would you prefer I set down the cooling unit?
Fine. Just anywhere will do.
Cam motions to the ramp and says, "Please take that into the captain's quarters. Let's walk and talk, you and I."
You see Vale's head turn to look at Cam, and then his body follows slowly after.
You two play nice.
How does he walk, Diego?
Very, stiff-legged. Each step is a measured, lift my foot up, move it forward, set it down. Lift my foot up, move it forward, set it down. But he somehow manages, a regular pace with it. But it's very, if you were to read a textbook about walking, that is how he is walking.
Do you take him into the ship, Jack?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
I follow him because I'm not leaving him alone with anyone.
All right. Let me pull everybody over to the...
I am sort of away from my PC at the moment. I'm baking sugar cookies.
No, for sure. You're totally fine. Lana, you're not here.
Nope.
Nope. You're still on the speeder.
So,
yeah.
My name is Cameron Jitra. I know we're not the same species, but I'm Lina's older sister.
Are you on the ship? Are you on the ship right now?
Yeah, Tam,
we are
you're
walking
sitting
up
and
the
eating.
ship. Yeah.
Oh,
And you see Cam walk in first, and then that.
This big green cyborg-looking motherfucker with a cooling unit.
bloody
And
hell!
behind them, Hybax with his weapon drawn.
Bloody hell! What's that? Is that what Lana's talking about?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
We keep walking.
So, you said you swore a life debt to Lina?
Correct.
Well, congratulations, you're a member of this crew.
He just stares. No acknowledgement at all.
And on that, you'll understand the concept of me being the captain of said crew.
I am familiar with the concept of captains of space vessels.
Vale, you immediately flash for just a moment, and you see rank insignias floating little. You see that he stutters a little bit, and he flinches, and you see a rank insignia on an arm, and you flick back to the seat.
Sorry, DM, is that just me registering that Cam is the captain?
I think you're having a memory.
Yeah, is what I'm
Okay.
trying to evoke. Not very well.
Okay, so just a quick flicker of oh yeah, I know
Yep.
what captains are. He'll stutter a bit and then carry on walking with his cooling unit.
Are you alright?
Unsure. My system seems to be still in the process of rebooting.
Any idea who you worked for previously?
Error. Missing,
Credentials.
I guess, yeah, missing credentials. Memory lapse detected. Conclusion. No.
Any idea why you were in the trash?
Missing credentials?
Credentials of who I previously worked for.
Okay.
Turning just his head to look at. It was Kybax that asked about why he's in the trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he looks like straight at Kybax. He doesn't side eye anything when he's looking at you. He is looking at you, and it is unsettling. He is not pleasing to look at or have look at you.
One of the great things about the visor is that Kybax can look away. No one will know.
My previous directive was to commence shutdown of all life support systems. Somehow I have failed my previous directive.
Wait, so
What was your directive before that?
Error. Redacted.
Okay, well... Do you understand what your primary functions are?
Designation. Veil. Versatile espionage and intelligence lifeform. My purpose was to gather information and store it until it could be extracted.
Give me a
So
moment.
you're-
My dog just threw up.
Oh, God.
Oh,
So you're a spy,
Correct.
Earl.
and you don't know for who.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
let's
You
let's
have a
pause for second.
name
Just-
beyond.
I would like everybody who's meant to be here for this. This is incredibly important.
I am listening. I'm just...
Oh, good. Okay, great. Okay.
Do you have any name beyond the designation you gave?
Vale kind of waits a beat, and then you can see his like neck muscles kind of like twitch. His head shakes ever so slightly. Previous designation: Vori.
Kralovori?
Correct.
Was becoming Vale voluntary?
Sorry, here, I'll write it out. This is what he said. I don't know if it translated.
Kralovori.
Vori.
Or Vori.
Yeah.
Kralovori. Okay. Would you prefer Qualo or would you prefer Vale?
I am most comfortable with the designation Vale.
Vale it is then. Alright, so... Well, shit.
No,
I think it's
how
the
do you-
ship.
How do you
I think it's-
download? Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, what were you saying, Tam?
How do you download those memories you got in there? You are storing memories in there. How do you download them?
He has a bunch of...
Yeah, Vale
Things
kind
in
of turns like 90 degrees to set the cooling the cooling unit down, and he just taps the back of his skull, which is just, again, it's all metal and circuits and just wiring, and it's not pretty, but like it's there, and it's very clearly integrated into his body. Everything I observe is stored within, quite literally, the back of my mind.
Cool. And that's Linus' department.
Is anything missing?
I am currently unable to withdraw any recorded information.
No, I'm asking if anything is physically missing.
Physically missing on my persons?
Like
I seem to be missing armor.
No.
Credits.
Kyber is looking at the back of this guy's head and wants to know if it looks like anything was taken out.
I think that's a question for the DM.
Taken out, huh?
Yeah.
Like if he has parts missing, like is there a slot where
A memory card would go that it's empty now.
Yeah, sure. Kybax, give me a mechanics check.
Sure.
This is going to be diff 4 with 2 setback.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get it, but I can
Yeah,
load.
let's take a look. Yeah. You have. Let me be clear. You have absolutely no idea what you're looking at. This is. You know tech. I mean, you're not the dumbest guy in the world.
Right.
This
I'm
is
average.
so far outside of your realm that you have 3 threat. You have no idea.
Yeah, and like it's a mess. Like these cybernetics are not like clean. They are just like someone very clearly went, put it in there, and then they just shoved it in. Like,
Well, that sure is a cybernetic. Holy shit.
the installation process was unpleasant.
I can imagine. All right. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So, when you say you have a life debt to Lana, what exactly does that entail?
It entails, essentially, my servitude until such time as a life debt has appropriately been paid.
So, until she is dead.
Until she or I decease, yes.
or
Backside.
When your little foundling there shows up, Vale suddenly like snaps to, turns, and faces the nearest wall.
In an attempt to hide?
Well, in an attempt just to not face the child and to
Oh.
like obscure himself from the child.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, that's nice.
Okay, I like him.
What is that?
He is a he's Vale.
Wh- Wait, we're missing someone. Wait,
Yeah,
where's
Lana. She's outside.
Is she? Never. Okay.
Okay, so fail. About Lina.
About Lina.
Lina is not very social, easily overwhelmed by social stresses, new people, new things. I imagine you registered when you met her that she was under some amount of emotional distress.
I registered a large amount of distress, yes, and I intend to assist with dispelling of the distress.
The problem is you are the source of the distress.
Curious.
I just told you. easily overwhelmed by unexpected and complicated social interactions.
Which I believe this would qualify as both of those. Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you to give her some space for a while to sort of come to terms with this on her own. Okay?
Do we have a room for him?
No, not really.
Does he need a room?
I am able to rest in an upright position. I assure you I do not occupy much space.
Cam just has this
sad.
look on her face like she's imagining stumbling out of her quarters in the middle of the night for something and being confronted with that standing unmoving in a corner.
This corner right here. Just right in front of her door. Maybe we could set you up in one of the cargo rooms. Would you prefer refrigerated or non?
I am able to adapt to most moderate temperature fluctuations.
You understand the concept of comfort, right?
Affirmative.
Which room
Are
is
you
going
interested?
to be more comfortable for you?
Are you interested
Jack's
in
getting
comfort?
frustrated. Jack's getting frustrated.
I
It was
have-
like your teeth were gritted. I didn't use like your teeth were gritted. Do you want?
I have no preference in the degree of comfort I endure.
So it really is truly just a moral decision of how comfortable do you want him to be. Here.
Well,
What about let's see. This is my room. What about this double room here? Whose room is this?
Currently not occupied.
Not occupied.
Oh, well,
technically, Karga's got Lina's old room, and that's where we stick passengers. It was
Well,
the
then
room
I-
the girls grew up in.
Well, what about that one double room? Oh,
It'll
shit, that's
do.
it. Yeah, all right. No sentimentality there. Understood.
But you've got to be practical with your space on a starship.
We could always have him in the med bay.
Or in engineering. I mean, there's plenty of space.
I think
no.
Lana would actually kill us.
From outside the ship.
He is not yelling.
Vale, could you please go make yourself comfortable?
In the last room on the right, in the hallway, right over there.
And I need to go talk to Lina. Just give us a moment, alright? I know your debt to Lina is extremely profound, but I've got to make sure she's okay, and at present you're a source of stress, okay?
Affirmative. I will endeavor to maintain a 20-meter distance from Lina at all times.
That'll do. Alright. Cam goes to walk down the ladder to go
That's
find
a lot
Lina.
more distance than I thought it was, but
Yeah.
fair, whatever.
Yeah, that's like 60 feet, man.
Yeah.
Cam definitely
I
laughs.
did say endeavor.
There's a 3-wall exemption. If you're within 3 walls of her, it's it's okay.
Hold on,
It
hold,
works.
hold on. Let me see something real quick. Let's see. Where's it?
don't
The measuring tool. Bop. Hey, guess where is exactly 20 meters?
Get a nice little
Guess where is
pod in there.
exactly 20 meters away?
That's crazy.
You've got to
Yeah, but,
now.
like-
It's gotta happen.
Lina?
Yeah. Thank you for the tea.
Okay. Cam's gonna go sit down next to her.
Just using this as outside of the ship.
Alright, so talk to me.
Oh, what's there to say? I went digging for parts and found a man.
I imagine it was a bit of a shock.
Yeah. But, yeah. Well, we found the coolant pump, and I got extra coolant hose, so we'll be able to fix the external damage before we put the armor back on. We did get that refrigeration unit, so I'll get that installed probably in the morning, unless you need it tonight.
Wait.
Okay, I will. I'll get on the repairs then. She just hands her empty cup.
He takes it.
Lana, are you staying out here?
Right now
Sure.
Cam is sitting with her, but
Yeah.
she doesn't actually move when she says she's going to get on those repairs. She's just going to, in her mind, something that she can handle.
Cam just leans over and bumps her shoulder against Lina's.
Okay. I'm good. Just...
Lana, give me another cool check.
I'm a chiss. I have a rank in cool, but that's all I have.
It's still going to be diff 3. Alone with Cam in the middle of a junkyard. The weight of everything it knocks down the walls that you have. You see a broken ship in front of you in a place that you don't know, sitting on a shitty speeder. And even your sister sitting next to you. It's not really making it better.
Her hand is shaking.
Cam pulls her into a hug.
She breaks.
We're gonna be okay, Lina. We're gonna be okay.
Can you take me inside?
Yeah. Let's go.
Vale, you make your way into your quarters. Cam, Lina, where are you taking Lina?
Engine.
Walk by Karga and Tam. Primary coolant failure. Primary coolant.
Ina just hears that, grabs that comically oversized wrench, and just brings it down on that console.
Give me I'll ask for a... Give me a melee check. do damage. It's going to be difficulty 2. You the modern give me another cool check, difficulty 3.
Oh, well, one more time. I'm gonna roll a blank one.
Yeah, go ahead. Hitting something felt good. You want to do it again?
She drops her wrench. I'll fix that in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
She curls up on her hammock. Cam, can you hit the music box there on your way out?
Yeah. I got you, Lana.
You hit play. It's the engine noises. She's just recorded them.
That's adorable. Cam closes the door behind her. She'll be okay. I think she's just processing everything that's happened. Finding Vale was just more than she could bottle up.
Yeah, it did seem to affect her real bad. I have many, many, many questions that I couldn't ask because Lana was, well, you saw her. But are we just supposed to let it, like, that is a spy for some kind of military government or something? Gotta be, right?
Yeah.
And we're cool with just letting it on the ship.
Well, assuming he's telling the truth about his own capabilities, someone would have to physically interact with him to download the memories. And being a spy, I doubt he has any sort of locator beacon. But he does seem distinctive.
Yeah, like, I feel like... Do we know what race he is? I've never seen... Like, I've been around and I ain't ever seen one of them.
I don't know if he knows. We'd have to ask him. Speaking of, we are kind of talking about our new crew member behind his back. We should probably invite him over here.
Okay, so...
Just gonna hit the intercom. Vale, please join us in the crew lounge.
Greetings.
Yeah, we were just discussing what to do with you. Figured you deserved to be part of that conversation.
Your sentiment is appreciated.
Our primary concern is that your nature as a spy might be a risk.
You have a valid concern.
Let me put it this way. You've done nothing to hurt anyone so far, and that's great. If I think for a second that you are going to harm me or mine, I will put you down. Do we understand each other?
I understand.
Great. Welcome to the team, then.
You have any memories about your own capability?
I am most suited for stealth operations.
I mean, stealth or stealth or Russian stealth.
I also have minimal combat enhancements, and you can see these two vibro swords begin to protrude from his forearms. Baraka style, if you guys are familiar with Mortal Kombat.
Okay, that's cool as hell.
Yeah, but what kind of person has an access like that, has an asset like this, and ditches it?
Imps.
No. No,
You
the
don't think so?
Imperials
The
would-
imps are falling apart. Maybe he just got lost.
The imps are also racist as hell.
This seems exactly like the kind of thing imps would do to an alien.
No, the imps would just use a droid.
No, imps don't trust droids. Not like that.
If I may put some of your concerns to rest. I do recall I was a force used by the rebellion in an attempt to displace the Empire.
Huh.
What's the date of your last memory?
Error.
Yeah, error for me too. Come on, guys. I'm just kidding.
Oh, there's a reason Cam's asking.
Say X
Yeah.
amount of time to the current date.
Well, I ask because I want to know whether or not he's aware of what's happened, like with Endor and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tyler, would he be aware of what's happened on Endor?
Hang on, I'm doing math.
That was a goddamn stupid fucking math.
Last known active date was 98 days, 4 hours, and 19 minutes previous.
What, like 3 months? That's weird. Especially
no.
for Rebellion asset, they kind of tend to be respectful about things.
Unless, well, if it was a dirty exit and they needed the intel, they take the intel over the person. When you're fighting something like the Empire, you got to be willing to make sacrifices.
How long ago was that battle?
About 12 weeks.
Okay, so he was here before the battle.
Battle of Endor, right?
No, the battle
Oh.
above this place.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
How long ago was the orbital battle?
Yeah.
It would have been after the fall of the Death Star.
Well, yeah, but how long ago from from where we are now?
Several weeks ago.
Okay. So he was dumped here before the battle. Like, well before, months in advance. Yeah, Cam's just trying to establish a timeline here.
So, what do you need anything?
I do not want for anything. I require nutrition, as I am still semi-organic.
We can do that. Do you want clothes?
think that's gonna need to be a necessity.
Kymax is like really definitely like trying to be just lead the horse to water here.
Like, if you're a custom job, you might draw attention. And attention is something we're trying to avoid.
Understood. Then I would perhaps be in need of clothes. Although I am quite versed in avoiding attention.
Right, the spy thing.
Meanwhile, Cam's inner stand-up comedian, looking like that, he'd have to be.
Ah!
A studio audience directly off screen applauds.
Seinfeld?
Did someone drop a bass down a set of stairs?
Do we have like just a set of like overalls that I can get this guy?
Yeah, so let me explain what he's wearing now. He's wearing a black, pretty much like, and excuse the phrase, but muscle like wife beater tank top, and very thin, like light, like sweatpants almost. Not scrubs, but like very thin, like jersey material pants.
And they're in tatters, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ask the question that you're asking.
Do we have a pair of overalls that I can get this man so he's wearing some clothes?
You do. Yes. You do. You somehow scrounge up a pair of overalls in this ship.
I mean, they're probably like the safety coveralls, you know? Like
yeah, they're electric orange.
Yes. This is what we got.
These would make it difficult to avoid detection.
Well, while you're on the ship, how about we make it real easy to spot you?
And besides, a good spy would know that there's different ways of avoiding attention. There's not being seen, and there's hiding in plain sight.
Damn, you are not a spy.
Make a stealth check, Vale. Your difficulty. Who has the best perception out of the people who are here? Your difficulty is 3 with 1 upgrade. So you're going to do 2 purple dice, a red die, and your stealth roll.
Okay, I think I got it.
Are you kidding? That's crazy.
Roll a boost die.
Actually roll a boost die because I want this to work. Damn it!
How do you just roll just a boost die?
There's a little D20 icon down by the chat bar, all the way at the top left, and then you're able to.
Wait, all the way in the top left.
No, down in the bottom right in that little text box, you got the little. Yeah. Yep. Well, not to the left of the public roll.
Oh yeah, okay.
You can click that little icon,
and
then
just
you can
one boost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh my god.
We're retconning this whole thing. That didn't happen. So
Vale will take the blaze orange safety suit and he'll begin to pull it inside out.
Good. So like the black, like neoprene material.
Mm-hmm. It is ridiculously bulky when you wear it this way. You know how sometimes when they have the double layer clothing, it like bunches up weird if it's up inside out?
Yeah. Well, he's also going to take one of his vibro swords and just cut the pants off at about the knee level.
Wearing suspender shorts. You look like every gay twink in every gay nightclub when the lights come up. Green skin, yellow eyes.
So they're like sick and experiencing jaundice? What are you saying?
Absolutely. Like, who are you? Anyway, Cargo looks at you. Ooh. Is that what you get when you search gay twink in...
How do you know those
GIF?
words?
That wasn't what
Cargo
Cargo
didn't
was
say
saying.
that.
No, Tyler said that to my gift response.
What am I looking at?
I need to delete it. It's too bad. He's just kind of mildly gyrating with a dress on.
And now I'm
A
using Google.
skirt.
Okay, what that is an honest-to-God attempt at a white person dancing.
He did his best.
Yeah. Cargo looks at you, Vale.
Are you made of
I,
nightmares?
Your swords are cool.
Thank you, child. I appreciate your compliment.
I'm sorry I yelled before.
It is understandable that you would experience mild horror at my appearance.
Now I'm just sad.
Yeah. Well, this has been great. I'm going to go. Is the AC working yet?
Yes, it should be working now.
The AC isn't working. Well, do you play Pazak? Vale?
Do you play Blazak?
I don't know. Runs.
When?
And as we settle
actually
in, as we settle into the changes that are happening on board the Stormrunner, a new home for the time being, settled with Rick's. We are going to go ahead and end tonight's session. I want to thank, round of applause for Diego. Just full, amazing. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. We'll see you next week. Bye. And we'll
So, welcome officially to the disaster, Diego.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. I'm glad I got to see the before.
How many subscribers do we have now? We got a new one?
15.
They're all
I
just
think.
you.
I don't
I'm
have
one
enough
of them,
time to
so that's just not true.
I don't have enough time to watch 15 times.
I didn't say,
You don't have to
We're not
watch
getting the
15
views.
times. Oh, God, Trev.
I know, making fake accounts. I know. I don't have enough time.